I watched the mayoral debate, two of them. I think the first one I watched, and it was an interesting debate. You know, all those mayoral parties. Shout out to Mitzi and yeah, and Chloe and whoever's there. But I've realized that in that mayoral debate, there has been a lot of cutting people off. And I realize how annoying that is when you're trying to get somebody's point. And as me being a hypocritical person, I've realized that Jamie Hunter, cut people off.
Oh wow.
It is a problem. With situations like this, I've started to learn things about myself, whereas I probably talk maybe a little too much.
Oh wait, whoa. Wait. Pause that a second. We'll talk about after camera because this sounds like a criticism thing that happened.
No. I criticize myself.
Oh okay.
No, that wasn't a criticism. I just realized I was watching it, and I'm just like, do I cut people off? And then I just listen to the podcast sometimes, and I'm like, I
Oh.
think I do cut people off. Sometimes in situations, it's called reflection. And you know what? All of us as humans must learn to reflect in a healthy way, not just by constructive criticism, but just taking a look at yourself. When you see people doing things, and instead of getting irritated with them, you got to ask yourself, am I one of those people? And I realize that I am one of those people.
So you had what you call an epiphany.
An epiphany. And I have an epiphany that I am running for mayor. I'm joking.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm learning to cut. Yeah. That debate was good, but everybody was cutting people off. I think everybody's trying to get a last word off, and it was good, but it was cringe.
It was good, but it was cringe.
Like, because the woman didn't know how to operate. She had a buzzer and the buzzer didn't work. So people were just cutting people off. Just she had a buzzer, had like a buzzer, but then she pressed it and it didn't work. It's like, it's a faulty buzzer. And, like, literally in the debate. And
why are there so many faulty things happening in these debates?
I think, I don't know.
Yo.
I don't know.
One person who's running doesn't seem to be on the stand and tears down a whole place.
Tears down the drapery. Issue. Then the one guy that said he's gonna shoot up the place.
Who's back on the street, by the way.
Right.
That part.
And then that gets canceled. A whole cancellation of another debate. And then now we can't even have a proper functioning buzzer. Like what?
I'm gonna say this. For that guy, you know, that went out saying that he was gonna shoot up the debate.
Right.
How dare you?
And didn't have threats. I have nothing to say to you, sir. You need some prayers. But for the government, in regards to security, I mean, is that all it takes to cut debates? Imagine if that was just a plan. That every debate, someone's like, I'm gonna shoot the debate up. No debates.
Yo.
No debates?
Crazy.
Is that what's gonna happen?
Crazy.
What is, like, I mean, what does the police funding do? They don't fund to protect the mayors or the candidates? We're not caring about the candidates' safety?
That's a wild, like, let's break it down. Someone really, like, look, debating is not my strong suit. So you know what? Okay, I'm just gonna, okay, yo, you come at this time and you say something incoherent and
say
inaudible.
you're gonna wet up the place,
Yeah.
but brandish a weapon. It doesn't have to be a fire. Come with like a spoon or something. Brandish.
Brandish away, yeah.
Brandish something that looks like a weapon.
Right. And then the job gets done. The election.
Ooh, I didn't have my notes. That's like someone pulling the fire drill at the midterms, an exam.
That's okay. How many times does this happen when I was going to school? When we were going to school. I remember one in particular, like grade 12, I think. I'm in the classroom.
Right as like, oh.
And I was like, yo, everyone have to go outside. You have to wait, get a clearance, come back in. Tell me why 30 minutes later someone pulled it again. Twice?
That person did not study. That person did not study.
Twice, man?
What buns me when it was in the winter. and now you have to wait in the winter.
That's evil. Someone like
You try to get your locker jackets, like, don't go in the locker, it's a fire drill. It's like, oh, I'm freezing.
like someone's extra petty that day. Oh, I just want to say allegedly. I mean, I don't know. I'm not accusing. We're not accusing mayors of doing.
No, no.
But I can see that as a strategy
But I mean,
of a madman.
I'm surprised that no one like utilizes, like, you know, for someone to, you know, because they're like everybody has a plan. Everybody has what they're gonna do for the city. I mean, the ball's in y'all court because I don't live in that city anymore. But
your city is about to be its own city.
yeah, my city is about to.
And that's gonna affect our city's gonna affect your city.
We gotta work together. I just know. But yeah, I just hope for the best and may the odds be ever in your favor.
Wow.
It's gonna be interesting to watch.
Crazy.
They say the leader right now is Olivia Chow.
So yeah.
I mean, they did open early ballots on June 8th.
Yeah. The last day is June the 12th.
So June the 12th is when we find out who the
Tuesday.
Yeah. For the advance, yeah. And then the actual day is later in the month, June 26th.
June 26th is the actual voting to see who wins.
Yo, I don't know. So, I want to tickle some inside. See people on the inside and
see what they're saying.
I should believe what I'm saying, but I see where.
I mean, we'll hear what the actual results are so far.
Thank you for covering me. They didn't leak it anyways. Okay, I'll ask from the people. I totally forgot it. Yeah.
Based on the early ballots.
I think it's just interesting. Like, this is like the one mayor run that I find interesting because I haven't like took time to, you know,
review who the candidates
like
are.
review the candidates. Not even know even gong. Remember, you see the gong signs? They're everywhere.
Everywhere.
I didn't even know who this person is. He just popped up out of nowhere.
Well, now you know.
I seen what's his name, the white boy, Chris Sky. I'm seeing his signs everywhere. Him and his veneers.
Him, wow.
Not him and his veneers. I can't.
That's
They say he's a racist, so they say. But hey, that's
See, but the thing
all
is,
alleged. But he did say some things that made me red flag.
Oh dear.
Red flag, sir.
Oh dear.
Red flag. You know, just be like little black boy. Hey man, hey man, hey.
Whoa.
Hey.
Chill out with that.
Hey veneers. This is probably getting to your brain. It's just, you know.
The veneer material is leaking into his brain.
Let's just get it together. That ain't your real roots right there. That ain't your real enamel. Anyway,
funny.
but yeah, like this is the first. I find it entertaining. This is like the most entertaining politics I've seen in a while.
Yeah, it's better than the actual prime minister one.
Like I don't know, like
that one's a whole.
You know what it was? Because it started with mix up. Because it was like first it was like the mayoral run, and then John Tory wins again, and it's like again, and then it's like Chloe Brown was in third. It's like wow, and she just like potential and all that stuff, and then what was it like? I don't know how long.
There was the Friday.
2-3 months.
I
that man said, "Listen,
the Friday.
I did something that affected my family. I'm gonna be stepping down.
You're like, huh? What?
No further questions. Zoop. Who's gonna be your mayor now? And then I'm gonna be. It's like that old movie. I'm Spartacus. I'm Spartacus. I'm Spartacus. It's like everybody out of the woodwork wanted to be mayor. This person wanted to be mayor. This person's like, oh, I gotta run again. This person gotta run again. This person gotta run again. Campaign comes, Chief Saunders. I'm running with the whole Fix the Six campaign. Mitzi, it's like everybody has something to implement and prove. And then sometimes I think about it, like, why don't you all work together? And I'm like, maybe y'all already working together.
Oh, shoot.
And then I go, if everybody has the same plan, I guess everybody wants, I understand somebody might want the leadership role. But I guess that's the whole thing with politics, right? Like, you know, everybody's going to say the same thing. You just have to believe someone.
So you're talking about split voting. Like, okay, look, I have a better chance of getting in the seat. So here's what I'm doing. What favors you want? Okay, let me write them down. I got you. When I get in the seat, just tell your fan base to just... Because they do that. Some of them do that. They go, hey...
But that's if they step down.
Yeah, that's if they step down.
But like,
I don't think so. Because, I mean, don't we still work in cabin?
I don't know how it works. I really don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because even if one person were to win, like say the Conservatives win, whoever else
There's people
is
that
also
fill the
running,
seats.
yeah.
Type thing, or the majority seat. I don't know how that works with mayors. I do not know. I don't know. But it's just a lot of mayors. I'm seeing them pop up out of nowhere. I'm seeing pictures and signs and pickets everywhere. And it'll be one picket, and then one picket, and the next picket, and all at the same house. And I'm like, wait, hold on. Is this an Airbnb property? Is that how many people?
Yeah.
Everybody's here, like just, everybody has an opinion on who they're going to vote for. Because you remember sometimes you used to see, I remember when I was picked, I used to see maybe this whole street was like red. Or the whole street was like blue. Or like one blue pitter patter or whatever. But I'm seeing Gong is everywhere. And this person's everywhere. And I'm just like.
Yeah. It's
It's like a wildfire.
Yeah,
it's a wildfire. Yeah.
It's very like once you go Bloor downtown, like you see a lot of like, you see Chow, Gong, Saunders. You see who else? You see Chow, like it's all over the place, man. Now, a little quick sidebar. I don't know if you guys seen the video that I sent in the chat, but it's the title was "Reasons Why People Are Leaving Toronto." And I was skimming through like the video, but the guy in the video he lists good reasons like why people are leaving the city, right? Just due to like high rent costs, the lack of opportunity. You have international students come here that are let's go with the word promise a better opportunity, but then they find out they end up working in retail and kind of getting stuck there. So at that point, their choice is like, well, I might as well just move back home because there's no opportunities there, right?
Right.
It's unfortunate.
I found that very interesting.
I mean, is it?
In what sense?
How many actual businesses do we have that are Canadian that we have here?
I don't know. Tim Hortons. It's not even.
It's not even ours.
Not anymore, no.
I don't know.
Right?
Rona?
So like, probably Rona. Probably
That's really
Canadian Tire.
Yeah, that's Canadian Tire.
But then like Home Depot, no. Lowe's, no. Harvey's, Wendy's.
Harvey's is Canadian. No,
Sorry.
No, that's not Canadian.
Harvey's is not Canadian.
No, sorry. I made a mistake.
A&W is.
A&W
Yeah, but Harvey's not neither.
No, sorry. I was listening. No. So Wendy's, RB's, not
RB's, but nobody yam from there.
Exactly.
You shouldn't really yam from there, but no.
Yeah, yam sliced meats, but like sliced meat.
Like Popeyes,
Pot
7-Eleven, churches, a lot, like Walmart.
Harvey's is Canadian.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Like I don't know. People make fun of like the states, like we don't like them coming up here and taking our business, but it's like a good 40% of you are employed by companies in the States. Okay, let's do this. Let me just snap my fingers.
That's usually how it is, though.
Yeah, let me just snap my fingers.
America we're talking about, right?
Yeah.
What?
That's usually how it is. America just comes in and take over, use our stuff, take our things, market our stuff.
Right.
Yeah, but then when you look at the actual like,
Yeah.
the economics of things, like when they come in and they're like selling lower than what our prices are, people are gonna go for the lower price.
Yeah.
So then we run ourselves into getting ourselves messed over in the long term because we're not actually paying or recycling the money in our own market.
I guess money talks. You gotta put it somewhere, but
we don't produce anything.
Yeah.
We don't really produce anything.
Dang. Now I gotta really start buying only Canadian food. Dang.
I mean, that's you're gonna have a hard time.
This is the messed up part.
You're gonna have a hard time doing that.
The quality is so bad that I can't even do that.
For food or like products?
Products, yeah, I can't even do that.
What
Really?
Canadian products is that bad?
I've been in and out of the border since I was 6 years old. Shout out to PA.
Dang.
Shout out to New York.
Dang.
Nah, man, I don't.
That sounds like we need product quality control then.
No, this.
Dang.
You see, you should be a prime minister.
Well, or maybe a mayor. Let's start there.
Don't even.
But nah, like the products are garbage. I got clothes from like the States that like still are in great condition and everything. I buy something here, I don't know what the Chinese tell people in Canada. I don't know what kind of.
I don't think you could assume that it's just Chinese. Like, anybody, whoever the suppliers,
the eastern part of the world,
the suppliers, just say the suppliers.
Yes. Even though, but I don't know if they tell them to get a specific type of threading when they make the clothes, but like when it's branded to Canada, it just
You're
falls
saying there's
apart.
more baking soda in the product.
No, it is. No, it's
they cut the base. They cut it. They cut it a little too much.
No, no, but
they cut it.
What he's saying is accurate. It's very stomped on.
Sorry,
But
I watched Snowfall and drugs.
That goes back to, are we actually buying? No one's actually developing the crafts here, right? Like,
because we don't want to be the plug. We don't want to be the plug. We want to be the dealer, and that's usually what happens.
Yeah, that's actually the analogy for real.
We don't want to be the plug. We want to be the dealer.
Yes.
You gotta fight to be the plug. You gotta fight to be the plug. There's a lot of fight to be the plug.
So perfect analogy.
So the plug meaning
you actually know, you grow, you supply, you manufacture, and you give it out to the dealers.
You give it out to the dealers.
Yes.
So for example, the eastern part of the world, they own threads, they own hair, any material you can think of.
Because they grow it.
They literally they make it.
They manufacture it. They make it, and we buy it and flip it. That's it. But everything that we flip is still made by somebody outside. We don't actually make anything.
Yo, when does Canada become?
Listen, that has been a
It
conversation.
all comes down to Canadians being more self-sufficient. That's how I see. Self-sufficient, but that's a whole thing in itself. That's a whole thing in itself. And
but it's really not.
The way I see it, money talks. They'll look at it and be like, "Hey,
it's really not.
Why are we building our places to be self-sufficient when that person will take a buck for thousands of this?" You know what I mean? Our money's. No, I know, but
we do it with our nursing.
Of course,
with our healthcare,
which is fair.
Because everybody buys our own nurses and doctors.
Yeah, of course.
So we do it. We already know how to do it. We just don't do it in every other aspect and industry that we have.
I don't really know that much.
We literally, we lose nurses because like people in the States would be like, "Oh, I'll just pay you this.
Exactly.
Come to Texas."
Yeah.
Well,
like why don't
that's what everything.
Come to Florida.
For example, firefighters. Why did we have to outsource our firefighter hire to get this ablaze or flame down?
That's what music. It's with everything, with music and talent. Another thing, but sometimes I wonder if that's just the part of life. That's just what it is, because even Jesus wasn't respected in his own hometown.
No, I think it's more so the fact that the system wants to put people too much on the system instead of actually pouring into people so they can live their passions.
Stay on the tit.
Huh?
No, like keep you breastfed. Don't look after. Don't look for this kind of milk or that kind of milk. You stay on us. Mm-hmm. You stay close by us. We don't want you to. Don't you dare be a plug.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's usually
BlackBerry. I know you were good at one point, but you know what? I'm gonna tell Apple. Hold on, conspiracy with Del Peach. This is the episode you haven't heard in a while, guys. But BlackBerry was good at one point, and all of a sudden Apple just, hey man, they got overlap.
They took their technology, like to have the keyboard and the touch screen in one. What?
I still think Android was the one, because I mean, if Apple is really that good, it wouldn't be just one bite of the apple.
I could text without actually looking at it because I had a BlackBerry.
I mean, you could do that with the Android
the keyboard set up, you just go.
Keyboard was like, I didn't even have to look at the keyboard.
I mean, but it's the QWERTY system, so that wasn't made by Apple. I mean, you were programmed with the QWERTY system.
Okay, but still, it was effectively done well in the model of a BlackBerry.
I mean,
you touch two phones together, bam, we added each other. That
was Android, actually. That wasn't Apple.
No, but we still made it. Yo, this is reminding me.
Y'all never made it. Android was doing that from Galaxy 3.
Yeah, but okay, this is reminding me of the conversation at my workplace. So, the reason why I said, why does Canada feel so ashamed to represent itself? Why can't we acknowledge our efforts and like what we've contributed to the world? Like basketball was made by a Canadian in Massachusetts, allegedly. So, why can't we acknowledge that we create things?
Because you have to acknowledge the fact that they'll be like, well, the only reason you create stuff because in the States. They'll say something like, yeah, you create here, but in order to be successful, you have to go to the States.
Doesn't matter if
that's
it was
usually
made
what you
in the
hear.
States.
I don't know if that's.
I understand what you're saying, but it still was made by a Canadian.
Right.
Why can't we recognize that? I don't care where it was made. It was made by a Canadian. Why can't we hold that? Why do we have to, like right now, why do we have to be like, well, in order for it to be popularized, it had to be in American soil? I don't care. It was still engineered, created, produced out of the mind of a Canadian.
That's fair. That is fair. I understand, but
people don't respect the country like this.
People don't even respect. I don't think people respect the country or creators.
And that's what I'm saying.
People don't respect countries or creators. You know, when things that were created by a black man or black people.
And you know what? Let me not.
No, we'll leave it alone. We'll leave it at that.
Let me not.
We'll leave it at that.
Because we do actually appreciate it. We appreciate it every single day.
Of course.
We just don't acknowledge the creator.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's all.